In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Christos Anesti.
Alethos Anesti.
And a very joyous Mother's Day to you all, my friends. If you recall, last year on Mother's Day, I asked Protopresbyter to come forward and to offer a few insights from her perspective on Mother's Day. And she delivered a most powerful and elegant and sentimental homily that day. There were teary eyes in the house back in the good old days when we were all here, reflecting not only on the high status of motherhood itself, but also the love and admiration she had for her mother growing up. And I must say, I find that quite admirable, that even as a child, Protopresbyter held her mother in such high esteem. I, on the other hand, had a completely different experience with my mother. For me, getting to that point of appreciation took more of a, shall we say, a circuitous route, a more roundabout route. I didn't get there until after a while. And the reason for that is very clear to me now. As a child, I was simply very willful. I wanted what I wanted. However, I had no idea at the time I was dealing with someone just as willful as I was, if not more. Plus, she had a cause, a greater cause. Her cause was to develop her precious son into a well-cultured, somewhat intelligent, responsible, and especially industrious young man. She hated seeing me idle. Paul, siko, taparathida, clean the windows, mow the lawn, rake the leaves, go to Sunday school, go to Greek school, go to summer school, join the altar boys, join the scout boys. She meant Boy Scouts, but she said everything backwards with her Greek translation of things. Also, go help your father at the store. And, by the way, you're taking violin lessons. She's the only one in my family who pushed me and prodded me throughout my youth. And if she saw that my father was letting me have some slack, then she seized the role of father as well as mother. She was obsessed with my development. Now, I, on the other hand, had a completely different pattern of thinking, a different paradigm for my youth. My deal was, leave me alone, I'll figure it out myself, I just want to hang out with my friends and have some fun. Through the years of my youth, my mother never let up. And perhaps, like some of your mothers, she endured disobedience and disrespect and even scorn. If that's the case with you, I don't want you to be too hard on yourselves. Yes, we may have hurt our mothers, but I have the feeling in this case they can take it, because our well-being and our good estate mattered more to them than their wounded pride. Mother's bulldog tenacity for the establishment of her child is perhaps the most pure, most unselfish form of love on this side of heaven. Now, in my young adult years, when I was finally able to disengage from mommy dearest and live life on my own terms, without hassle, going out and having fun was surely on my top of the list of things to do. But somehow, another force was working within me. It was a call, I guess, a call to ascend, a call to improve. To whom shall I attribute that inner drive to ascend to? I attribute it to the same person other men have, great men, St. Basil the Great, St. Gregory of Nyssa, St. Augustine, Abraham Lincoln. Former president and soldier and Rough Rider Theodore Roosevelt said the following: "When all is said, it is the mother, and only the mother, who is a better citizen than the soldier who fights for his country. The mother who does her part in rearing and training aright boys and girls who are to be the men and women of the next generation is of greater use to the community and occupies, if she would only realize it, a more honorable one as well, a more important position than any man. The mother is the one supreme asset of national life. She is more important by far than any successful statesman, businessman, artist, or scientist." Another author wrote, "Don't tell me about the campaigns of Caesar and Napoleon and Alexander the Great. No kingdom, no empire can compare to what she has done. Nothing can compare in bravery, nobility, and even divinity itself than the silent work in obscure dwellings of faithful women raising their children." Do you begin to see now, my friends, what that famous American poet wrote when he said this? And I want to say it in Greek first, because I love how it lyrically sounds. And I hope I get all the declensions and the articles correct and everything, but bear with me. "Το χέρι που κουνάει την κούνια είναι το χέρι που κυβερνάει τον κόσμο." The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. Oh, mana, it doesn't matter if you are educated or illiterate, rich or poor, in a village or a great city, as former Metropolitan Paisios once wrote. Whoever you are, wherever you are, and wherever you live, you are irreplaceable. Without you, life is a garden without flowers. Without you, spring is without green trees and sweet-sounding birds. Winter, there is no warmth at all. We honor your sacred image today, dear Mother, because you are a resource. When we are fearful or being attacked by injustices or by our own passions and intrusive thoughts, you are a resource, Mother, because of your love and righteous anger and the demons you fought. Your love burns like a holy candle on the altar of your sacred vocation. God bless you today. Christos Anesti.